What is going on, guys, and welcome to Bootstrap tutorial. And in this video we're going to talk about progress bars in Bootstrap. So the first thing we would need to do is we would need to create a div over here, and that div should have a class of progress, something like this. And obviously over here we're going to create the actual progress bar, and again we'll start by creating a div, and the class is going to be progress bar. Over here, progress, and we're just gonna write bar, something like this. And then we're gonna have to add a couple of more attributes, and the first one is gonna be role, and it's gonna be a progress bar, or here like this. And then the next one should be a area value now. So over here is gonna be area and value, and over here now, like this. And over here we're gonna write, in this case, we're gonna write what, like 60. So it's going to be 60%, and then we're going to have to write a area and value a min. So that's going to be our starting point. So obviously here we're going to put it like 0, and then we're going to have to area value max, something like this. So we have a max, and that's what we're going to set obviously to 100. Well, just for this example for sure. And the next one we're going to do a style. And over here, we're just going to say what should be the width of the progress bar. So in this case, I'm just going to say that it's going to be 60, since it's going to be 60%, right? So over here, I'm just going to write 60%. And over here, I'm just going to close it. And if I would want my, let's say, text to appear, I would just write over here. So I would say that it's going to be 60% over here. Now, if I want to hide this text, out over here I would create a span over here like this, and here I would create a class, and I would say that this class is SR only over here like this, and then I would close it, and obviously I would have to place it within that span. So I'm just gonna cut this and paste it over here, so you can see that I can see that. However, it's not showing on the screen. But what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna delete this span, and we're just going to leave it the way it is. So over here, we're going to leave it 60%, so we can see it, right? And obviously now I'm going to show you a couple of things that we can do. Well, the first thing that we could actually do is actually give our default values, right? So I'm just going to copy this and paste it. And let's say over here, if I add a class, this is going to be progress bar over here. And let's say if I'm going to say info, you can see what's happening. That now, right now, the color of this progress bar changed to the info. And if I were over here write a danger, you can imagine what would happen. It would be actually turned like this. Now there's another couple of classes that we can add, but I'm just going to be creating a new divs all the time, just so we can see what's happening. So over here, I'm just going to say that this class is actually progress bar stripe, so you can see what is happening. So over here I'm just going to say progress bar, and over here I'm just going to say striped. So now I can see what's happening, that I have a striped progress bar. And obviously if I would just change this color to, let's say, to default, something like that, right? Then it would, right now it's going blue, so let's go with the warning. So now you can see that it's yellow. Now another thing that we can add over here is, if we're just gonna copy this one over here and paste it over here, is we can add a class that is actually called active, and you can see that they're gonna start moving over here. And I'm just gonna zoom it in so we can see better. You can see how these ones are moving. So that's what happens if we add the class active. However, the first class that we need to add is, obviously, it needs to be a progress bar stripe. If you're not going to have this class over here, this is not going to be happening. And now the last thing that I would want to show you, how we can actually stack them together, right? So over here, if I have this progress bar, and I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it over here, and I'm going to paste it one more time, this part. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to copy this, and over here I'm just going to insert the div. So now I can see that I have two of them, right? It's not showing, however, because obviously right now I have more than 60. So over here, if I would add, let's say 10, and if I would add over here a width 10, so you can see how this little bar came up, right? And over here, I'm going to write 10%. And in this case, I'm just going to change it so it's a different class. So I'm going to say this is going to be info. And obviously, you can see what's happening. And if I would want it, I could stack as many progress bars as I would want here, like this. This is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching.